of the Deluxe Autobots from Transformers 4 Wave 1. It's Bumblebee. And Bumblebee is actually a modified 1967 Camaro. And it's actually based off of Mr. Vengeance's Resto Mod of a 1967. Aside from the fact that, like, the original version, this was black. The stripes up here were black, and there wasn't any yellow on it. It was just an all-black vehicle, which looked really striking. And I mostly picked this up because I really love the vehicle mode on this. I think it's a really classy-looking version of the Camaro for Bumblebee. And it turns out the toy itself is actually pretty fun, but I really, really love this vehicle mode on him. And again, it's a, like I said, it's a restored. It's not stock. It's a modified 1967 Camaro. That's really cool. It transforms very similar to previous Bumblebees in that you open the doors and bring the wheels back, although you'll notice it does bring a little bit more of a chunk on the front there. Bring those back, unhook the rear legs, which will free up this right here. Bring the arms, unpeg it right here, and bring the arms up and out to the side. And you bring this whole assembly down, and as you fold it down, his head kind of pops up through these panels, which you fold forward. And then you bring these down, the front panels come down like this at an angle, so that these two pieces form a little tab here underneath. There's a tab, form a tab right here that plugs into this hole in the core of the body. So you make sure those stay together, and then snap them all the way in here to hold those pieces in the correct angle position. Flip these down. This piece comes up, and there's actually another hinge under here that lets you collapse this a little bit more. Just kind of lift this up over this, and then bring it up so it sits up here and kind of collapses this whole section. And this comes up and sits on his back. Bring this down, bring the arms down and around, which have some nice clicky ratchets in the shoulders and the elbows here on the arms. And then you bring the feet down like just about every other Bumblebee, just like this. And you can flip these up. The official transformation is to flip these rear pieces up to bring this detail in, although it leaves the legs a little hollow. I love the shape of this leg with this coming up like this. I just wish there were some more detailing or something to fill in this part, because this makes it look very empty. There is a little bit of a transformation joint here as well. I do feel like if you bring this down, this helps make the leg look complete. Although it does give some gaps here in the legs, but there were already some gaps there in the legs even with that flipped up. It just changes which side of the leg it's on. And I think from the side it gives it a much better filled in silhouette, although I do like having that come up on the calf. I just wish it was a little bit more filled in. The figure itself is actually pretty nice. There's some proportions are a little off, like his upper arms and upper legs seem a little shorter for the lower appendages, but there's a nice sense of dynamic, like even just standing still, he looks like he's in action. He looks natural, like there's some sort of curve to him. Bring this all the way in. Like he's about to do something. He just looks like he's in movement even when he isn't. There's just some really nice natural curves on him. His legs are a little skinny, especially when you consider, like, most of his car does form the backpack again. But all in all, it's a much nicer Bumblebee figure than I expected. The head sculpt's really great. He does have a ball jointed neck there. Again, with the ratchety shoulders as well as the transformation hinge, universal hips, a thigh swivel, hinged knees, and then you can, like I said, there's a transformation joint here, as well as the ankle. So you get a decent range of movement out of him. It's not the best Bumblebee ever made, but I'm really kind of happy with it. I got it for the vehicle mode, which I really liked, and it turns out the base figure really isn't that bad either. Here's a quick look at him with his fellow Wave 1 Autobots. We'll get that in here. Crosshairs and the evasion mode op, and they really look good as a team too. Although again, like I said in the Slugs video, if you can only get 2 Wave 1 Autobots, get him and get Scorn. I think they're the 2 best, but Bumblebee's actually really nice. Like Crosshairs is my least favorite, I think, of the 3 Autobots in the first wave, because I think it's hard. It doesn't really show up on camera. Like most of the pictures I've seen don't really make me go, "Wow, that's an awesome figure." Having him in hand, he's actually really kind of fun, and I'm pretty happy with him. And then just again, speaking of black and yellow Bumblebee repaints, you can see he's a little smaller than previous Deluxes. And it's nice to see an official black and yellow Bumblebee repaint that's going to be showing up in the movie versus kind of a toy-only repaints we've been getting previously. So yeah, like I said, probably not the first go-to purchase you're going to want to hunt down from Wave 1, but if you see him on the shelf, try picking him up, because he's really not bad. He's also, all the Wave 1 Deluxes are 2 each to a case, so he's not like 8 Bumblebees and then 1 Dinobot. They're evenly packed. And like I said, if you're looking for something new and you've got the Dinobots, or you've already picked up Scorn, pick him up. He's a pretty solid figure, and I really like him. Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Bumblebee.